Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome on this Expert Talk live show. Today is our 63rd Expert Talk live show, and we will have Dr. Pradeep Jana who will be speaking on a very interesting topic on switching technical to managerial career. So, let us invite our expert today.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Dr. Pradeep. Yeah, thank
Thank
you for
you.
joining in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we
My
are
pleasure.
thankful to you for accepting our invitation and joining in today's expert talk show.
Sure thing. Pleasure to
Yes,
be
so
here.
yes, so audience, let us welcome our expert of the day and let us have a warm welcome. Do like and share this session with your friends and family so that मैक्सिमम लोगों को इसका बेनिफिट मिल सके. आप अपने लाइव क्वेश्चंस भी पूछ सकते हैं ड्यूरिंग द सेशन. वी विल डेफिनेटली कवर देम एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. So, let me start the session and let me give a brief intro about Dr. Pradeep Jana, and then we'll start the session with question and answers. So, Dr. Pradeep Jana is a semiconductor professional. He has a Ph.D. degree from Texas A&M University, USA, and has been in the industry for past 25 years. That's amazing, sir. And he returned to India after 18 years in the USA. आपने स्वदेश मूवी देखी होगी सर और आपको देश की याद आ गई है. So you have returned after 18 years of journey. That's amazing, sir. And
Thank
has been here for the past 14 years, and he has worked in technical as well as management careers with his first job being as an engineer and the latest assignment being a chief of staff. That's amazing journey, sir, from grassroots to now you are on the top of the pyramid. So that's amazing, sir.
thank you.
Inspiration to many of us.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So please let us know more about you, which I have not covered, and then we'll start the session.
All right. Well, I won't go over my profile completely. After all, it's posted on LinkedIn in fair detail. I did get a Bachelor of Engineering degree in India, and that's in instrumentation technology and electronics. And for my master's and PhD, I studied semiconductors with solid state electronics and materials processing. Thereafter, I started in the semiconductor industry itself, manufacturing some of the most interesting as well as cutting edge technology products. I was in the team that delivered the first ever copper interconnect semiconductors, and this was at Motorola, and that was in 1998, 99, that time frame that I started working there after my PhD. Did a lot of interesting manufacturing work, technology transfer, device engineering, and that kind of things, and then moved through a few of the companies. Worked at premier semiconductor establishments in the USA, Motorola, Intel, Microsemi, and then I came back to India to work at IBM because IBM wanted me to help set up a department in the semiconductor R&D center, that is the SRDC, where for the first time we did remote characterization of semiconductor factory happenings from New York. The factory is in New York, but we were sitting in Bangalore. So we did remote characterization work, which was a highly technical work itself. But then I also had helped set up the team, and some of my management activities were coming into picture at the time. So slowly from there, I started moving more into management works. I became an operations manager. I involved myself with different kinds of management activities. I worked in a startup, helped set up the manufacturing facility at the place, did all the kinds of work required for quality operations, etc. And then I was also back in technical field for some time into a hardcore hands-on individual contributor role. That was I worked at the semiconductor laboratory as a consultant, and then I got into the chief of staff position. So a lot of technical as well as management kind of activities that I have worked on. Yes, that's what it is.
That's amazing. That's amazing, and that shows your growth journey and your contribution towards the industry. So really appreciate, sir. And we would love to have your inputs on today's topic also. So Audience, before we start the session, let us once again appealing you to like and invite your friends and family. Do follow us on LinkedIn if you're watching it there. If you're watching it on YouTube, then do subscribe our channel. And let us start the question session with the first question. So, in your opinion, which is better, technical or management career, which has high potential?
Very interesting question, definitely. But I would say one thing: it is not like what is better. It's not like what is your. It is not the opinion as such. But specifically, I would talk about, say, more than a question of opinion or thoughts. It is your interest and the aptitude that matters here. The requirements of the positions in the two careers are different, although there may be some overlap. So quite often, people of one career may not like the responsibilities of the other career. That's a possibility. And therein lies the dichotomy in choosing between the careers. So what I would say is, if you are interested in being in the technical career, you can make that as the best career ever possible. And if you are interested more in management kind of activities, that would be your cup of tea. There are some people who would like to be very much within the technical fields itself. Now, let me preface my this explanation with one caveat. I'm speaking specifically about the technical companies because there are some kinds of companies like consumer goods and so on, which are more of the general management kind of thing. But here I'm talking specifically about the technical companies, like in the electronics field, semiconductors, biotechnology, all these high tech fields, wherein significant amount of technical background is also sought after. So you want to be a technical person, you can go up the technical ladder or the management, if that is your choice. That's what it is. As regards to salaries, they vary from company to company, but still a highly technically qualified person in a technical position of leadership would probably make a little more than the management person also, because a good technical support is something that any company, particularly in the high tech field, cannot live without. So technical field or management career, choice is yours. Both are equally interesting, but very important, do not forget that technical field is equally well paying if you are good at your job. Sure.
So, is it really possible to switch from technical to management career?
Sure, why not? Let me preface this by saying there are two kinds of management careers. One is the career where it is pure management and operations related, as in like it could be something related to related excuse me, something related to, say, the sales and marketing and operations and business finance, everything, wherein that particular field and domain is what you are coming into the industry, and you're not looking at exactly the individual technical field of the company. Okay, for example, if you're a finance manager, you could be a finance manager in manufacturing consumer products like soaps and toothpaste, or you could be finance manager in a company that manufactures semiconductors, or you could be a finance manager in a company that is completely different, say construction field or whatever else. There you are bringing that field importance, whereas in the core domain of the field that you are working in, for example, if you are in semiconductors field, are you a manager in the semiconductor field itself? Then there could be some of the technical activities also that you are basing yourself on. You cannot be you cannot come from outside to be in the technical management position by coming from a non-technical or different management background. So that is the difference. So if you are honing yourself better from one side of the technical industry to grow in nature towards people leadership positions, then you could get into the people management position in that field also. But of course, if you have an MBA and you're following that path, you can get into that career directly in a different way. So, but either ways, you can get into both management careers.
Wow, that's amazing answer. So we also have one live question from Mahendra Gohel. He is asking that how you see the growth of semiconductors industry in India.
One word, tremendous. It's excellent. It's poised for a big takeoff because the biggest impediment for semiconductor industry, particularly in the manufacturing sector or the hands-on kind of work other than the design work, is the availability of the infrastructure and thereby the push from the government. And right now, the government is working harder and harder than anybody expected to get the semiconductor industry into India in a very positive and real way. That makes this extremely interesting, as well as a situation where we see a potential growth like never before.
Very true.
Especially the happenings of China in the last couple of years has made it even more important for the whole world to understand that India is a place that they want to be with. And the positive push that the government of India has been giving makes it imperative that anybody and everybody catch this possibility to help themselves grow. So definitely semiconductors are going to grow very big in India in the next at least 10 to 15 years in with a lot
Wow,
of impact,
that's great news for India. In fact, so
without doubt.
yeah. So the next question is, how does one really switch from technical to management career? अगर switch
Okay.
करना हो तो कैसे कर सकते हैं generally?
Yeah. Somebody wants to get into management career. One possibility, like I mentioned, is being in the say finance or marketing or those things. Those are typically and not necessarily, I mean, particularly marketing and sales and so on. Not necessarily. You can you get an MBA. You can start in the finance in the management career, but in sales or any other things, and also something related to the technical fields, you can groom yourself and you can grow from your technical career to move yourself, position yourself to be in the management career. How do you do that? You're asking how one can really switch. Yes, take show your interest in the interpersonal skills, how you would be able to work with different people and the different teams, how you can make that happen for your small teams. Take a small team first, um, a group of say 4 or 5 people, help them lead in the projects and work with them to see how you can present them as a benefit to the company and your abilities in these fields. Then you will slowly get recognized into the management career. Show your interest in, if it's a bigger company particularly, show your interest into the management um, team, that you are interested in moving towards management, and that can be happened because of these small steps that are initially shown to check how well you can adapt to the management career. The important point, as I mentioned before, is both of these have their completely different sets of requirements, and that is what makes things um, interesting enough that you naturally will decide if you want to be on this side or that side of the divider.
Very true. Very true. So, so when it is a good time to switch from technical to management career?
The first thing that you have to do is, if you are in a technical career already, make sure you do something good and reasonable in your technical field. This is important from two perspectives. One is, you by doing this, what you are doing in the technical field properly, you are giving a positive signal that you are an asset in a technical field, and thereby you have already built up your credibility. If you become a manager at that time, even of a small team to start with or later grow into, everybody will say, yes, this is a qualified person who is leading a qualified, who is leading a good team. That increases your credibility. People will naturally respect that for you. And the second one is, when you are doing your interpersonal skills, your activities, and so on, the leading the programs, leading the activities, leading the team from the management perspective, you will be actually utilizing and knowing where the problems are in the field, because you are from the moving from technical to management within that perspective. If you are going completely new kind of management position, which means, like I said, you probably want to get an MBA and then switch from That perspective, that's a different kind of change. You can do that. Even after 4 or 5 years, you could get an executive MBA and other kinds of management degrees because of your industry experience. And that positions you at a premium too. You could then come in into higher level positions of management because you already have established yourself in the industry with your technical capabilities and you have the management degree too. So no stopping you. So
True.
make yourself a plan of how and where you want to be for some time, and then go according to that plan.
Very rightly said. So जैसे आपने बताया कि फ्रॉम टेक्निकल टू मैनेजरियल मैनेजमेंट करियर स्विच करने में व्हाट वी नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ. सो नाउ द कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी क्वेश्चन टू दिस, is it possible to switch from management to technical career?
Definitely, yes. I have done that too. The point here is you have to be sure what you want to do. Do not haphazardly go, well, today I'm in management career, tomorrow I'm in technical career, then I'll come back to management. No, there has to be a purpose behind your move, whatever it is that you're doing. So what happens is like this. You are, say, you have developed yourself as a good technical person, good technical leader, getting into management. You have grown to become whatever position that you have gotten into, maybe senior manager, maybe director, or whatever title that you have, and leading bigger and larger teams. But if you're still in touch with your technical capabilities and keeping yourself sharp with that one, you can always come back to do your technical activities. Especially companies like, say, IBM, AMD, and all these kinds of companies where there's a lot of technical talent available and people do move between careers, between the two ladders of technical ladder and the management ladder. There, depending upon your leadership and the need of the company and the group at the time, you can always jump from one to the other.
Right. So do I need to prepare something, टेक्निकल कोर्स या कोई टेक्निकल अपग्रेडेशन ट्रेनिंग या ऐसा कुछ रिक्वायर्ड है इफ आई वांट टू स्विच फ्रॉम मैनेजमेंट टू टेक्निकल करियर?
There is a saying that Sir M. Vishweshwaraya had said, industrialize or perish. That spoke of the importance of being in the industry. And as industry grew further and as we have gone more and more high tech, if you do not keep yourself sharp, whatever company you are in, I mean, whatever field of company you are in, whatever industry that you are in, be it semiconductors, biotechnology, or electronics, or software, or anything like that, what was great yesterday or day before yesterday is old technology today. So you have to keep yourself sharp. If you do that one, yes, you are very valuable all the time, everywhere. Having said
True.
that, because of that, if you keep saying I did this degree or I did this one, no, it does not help. Know what you're talking about, because a person with 25 years experience is sort of for his experiential knowledge from 25 years and not necessarily for something that you learned 25 years ago alone. Okay, you're not going back to do the same kind of work that you did 25 years ago. If you have 10 years experience,
True.
are you able to build up on that and go to the next level? That is what
Very
is
true.
important, whether it is management or technical. So you'll have to look at
Very
that.
true. So you need to keep upgrading yourself. You need to
Yes, yes,
move with the
yes,
flow and be with the flow, I can say. So
yes,
that's true.
yes, yes, yes.
So now, question is there something like technical management career?
Yeah. So, technical management career is interesting. See, I told you one thing, that you can get into hardcore management activities by being in the, say, with a degree like MBA in finance, MBA in procurement and logistics, or MBA in something else, which is hardcore management activity. This is quote unquote irrespective of the industry. But if you are in a technical industry, like I said, biotechnology or software or semiconductors and so on. And then you grow to be a manager, senior manager, director, vice president, whatever the technology, whatever the terminology is for these management people. That is involving your technical knowledge, and that is the base for the management work also that you are doing. So it is not very common. It's extremely unusual, if not zero. It's extremely unusual for somebody from a totally different field to come into a highly technical field as a manager.
Right.
Finance, yes. If I'm a good finance manager in software company, I could possibly switch to finance manager in say hardware company or electronics company or consumer electronic or um, fast moving consumer goods or anything like that. But you're talking about the core industries or core technologies. In that one, if you are in the management career, you are invariably somebody from that management, from that technical background itself. Yes, so technical management career is something very true,
Very true. Possible, and
very
something
possible, and
which
something
has a
has
very huge potential. Yeah.
huge potential. Definitely. Look at the CEOs of some of the great companies. Who is the CEO of AMD? She is from a technical background. She did what AMD does for a living.
True,
Or
true, true.
does Dr. Lisa Su. Likewise, look at other companies. Who and
Even
what lead.
Sundar Pichai, he is also
He knows his
technocracy. Yeah.
software.
Yeah.
He is from Google or Alphabet, and he knows what actually happens. And if push comes to shove, he could probably sit in front of the laptop and start coding himself. Not that he will need to do it, but
True, true,
he understands something of that kind. He is not somebody from, say, medical field or something like that.
true, true. Very true. So well said. And one of the final question of the day is: project management considered a management career?
Project management is something in between somewhere. As in, you will learn to deal with people, you will learn to deal with timelines, your schedules, and maintaining all the different kinds of. So it's kind of management position. But at the same time, typically project management may not carry too many people to be reporting in this org structure. Depends on the structure, of course, and how high you are in there. And you'll be doing a lot of technical things, relatively lot of technical things compared to management people. So it's somewhere in the cusp. That is one of the paths taken by some of the people to get into management activities um, from the engineering field. Yes, it's somewhere mid path.
Right. Very true. Very true. So that was amazing. We got to know so many things from you, sir, and session was very interesting. It was to the point, and we got so many detailed information about how we can switch, career from technical to managerial, management to technical, and mix of both. And you also told us about the future of semiconductor industry. You told about how we can keep upgrading ourselves. So can you tell us one or two platforms or tools you use to upgrade keep upgraded yourself, ऐसा कुछ जो आप डेली यूज करते हैं, आप हमारे ऑडियंस के साथ शेयर करना चाहते हैं जो उनके लिए यूजफुल हो सकता है टू कीप अपग्रेडेड, टू कीप स्टे ट्यून्ड विद द लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड ऑफ द मार्केट?
Yes. One thing is, as regards general management activities or general sharpening yourself, there are a lot of courses on LinkedIn, on Udemy, and all these kinds of courses that you can take related to what is general activities and how we can. There are also some of the technical courses available in these platforms. Along with that, it is extremely important that you stay relevant in the industry. And that happens by mingling yourself with the right kind of conferences, seminars, and sessions. Um, if you're in semiconductor field, there's a VLSI design conference that happens if you're in design field. If you go there, you get to talk to people on the field. And what is tomorrow's technology? I cannot sit with technology that is 5 years ago and say, I know I did that great thing, that day. So today I demand this one to be mine. No, I don't command it. I can command if only I know what is happening and if I'm somewhere close to that. I should be a leader, means somebody has to follow me. Do I have something worth following? So keep yourself involved with different kinds of the latest upgrades like this one. Read
Very true.
journals, read journals, read trade magazines. That itself will put you in the right path.
Being with the industry forum can also help you a lot. It will give you peers networking and all this. So very
Without,
rightly said, sir. Very rightly
without,
said.
yes.
So, sir, your final words, your concluding notes, your final message for our audience, your guru mantra for our audience.
Management career, technical career, whatever it is, you first have to have the aptitude for it, your interest, and put your heart and soul into it. Once upon a time, we used to have people who are professionals who are deeply committed in one particular field, and that's how they used to be. And slowly, we started talking about what is called as a T-shaped uh, performance or T-shaped growth development in a person, wherein he is an expert in one particular field but knows generally widely about in things in general. Then it became a pie-shaped structure. There is that is person knows two different fields, so he could be used in one or two of the fields and maybe even some interaction. And then there is the widespread at the top, which will. But today, with the kind of activity that's growing, we are looking at more of a comb-shaped structure. The
True.
more deep technology you have, the more deep insight you have into the different fields. It is not that you are an expert in each of them, but still you will have to become an expert of some kind in each of the related fields, because that is how you will gain something relevant to what you are doing.
Very true. Very true. So, uh,
You are hired in your company for the ability to solve the problem, to foresee the problem coming and solve it. Either do not let that problem happen, or if it happens, solve that one. So it's a combination of technical, managerial, everything that goes into the final solution. And nobody cares whether you have the title of technical or managerial activity, but your output is what matters to the company and to the people in general. So you can
very
take it
true.
either way.
Very true. Very rightly said कि technical, managerial or techno managerial doesn't matter. What matters is you should listen your heart. जहाँ चाह वहाँ रहा, and listen to your heart and soul and put your 100%. That is more important, sir.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
so very rightly, sir. Thank you so much. Audience, you can get in touch with Dr. Pradeep Jana on his LinkedIn ID. This is his LinkedIn ID, so you can get in touch with him. ये इनका ट्विटर है, तो आप उनसे ट्विटर और लिंक्डइन पे टच रख सकते हैं। कुछ भी आपको क्वेरी हो तो आप ये जो यूट्यूब वीडियो रहेगा उसके कमेंट में भी आप अपने क्वेश्चंस डाल सकते हैं, and you can connect with sir for your any queries. And we wish you all the best, sir, for your bright future. And आप ऐसे ही अपना नॉलेज, अपना एक्सपीरियंस लोगों के साथ शेयर करते रहे, बिकॉज शेयरिंग इज कैरिंग, व्हाट वी बिलीव इज, एंड दैट इज द एजेंडा ऑफ दिस एक्सपर्ट टॉक शो, कि लोगों को अपना एक्सपीरियंस आके शेयर करें, एंड शेयरिंग इज कैरिंग की स्पिरिट को ऐसे ही आगे बढ़ाते रहे. सो थैंक यू सो मच, एंड वी सैल्यूट योर स्पिरिट, सर, and wishing you all the best, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for making this platform, because it is of use for so many people. And
Yes, sir.
of course, I'm happy to share my whatever insights that I have and that I have gained over the years. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, sir. Stay blessed, sir. Take care. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day.
यस ऑडियंस, सो आई एम श्योर आपको काफ़ी कुछ नॉलेज इस सेशन से मिला होगा, कि कैसे करियर किस डायरेक्शन में ले जाए, क्या करे क्या ना करें, एंड व्हाट इज़ मोर यूजफुल. सो बस ऐसे ही जुड़े रहिए हमसे. फॉलो कीजिए हमें इंस्टा, फॉलो कीजिए हमें लिंक्डइन पे, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल. हम ऐसे ही रेगुलरली एक्सपर्ट्स को इनवाइट करते हैं, ताकि आपको इंडस्ट्री नॉलेज मिलता रहे, आप अपने क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं. और यस महेंद्र, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन, एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर क्वेश्चंस फॉर द डे. एंड वी वुड लव टू हैव यू अगेन एंड अगेन with us for our कमिंग अप, जो भी आने वाले सेशंस है उसमें आप ऐसे ही जुड़ते रहिए. ये 63rd सेशन था. इसके पहले के भी जो सेशंस हुए हैं, 62 सेशंस, वो भी आप यूट्यूब पे जाके देख सकते हैं. हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल है विपुल द वंडरफुल. एंड बस इसी के साथ आप सबको वंस अगेन थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन, एंड स्टे ब्लेस्ड, टेक केयर.